What's up, everyone? So I decided to upgrade my screen on my gaming setup. The last time I upgraded my screen was back in 2018. So that was a while back. So I decided to upgrade my screen. So I upgrade the screen with a LG Ultragear gaming 27-inch screen. So I decided to pick that screen up. Now when I was shopping or when I was buying screen, I canceled a IPS 70Hz, LG IPS 70Hz screen. I canceled that one because the LG Ultragear gaming was marked down. There was a 34. Amazon had marked down to 24% off. So by the time Amazon knocked it down, it was down to the same price as the IPS panel, and I figured I would opt into the 165 Hz screen. So it's a VA screen. So versus my previous panel or my previous screen, the last screen I purchased was a TN panel, and I do notice there is a bit of a difference between those two between those two panel versus TN versus this VA panel. The thing I did notice when I got my LG screen was it was easy to see in a bright sunlight room, or when the sunlight is bright. It was hard to see. My previous screen was hard to see when I was playing my game. I had to put my blind down, and I would have to put extra shade on the window to make it where I can see my previous screen. But with this LG screen, I can see a lot better with a bright sunlight. The black level 2 is so when you play in a dark scene, when you play the game, is easy to see. So that's one thing I do notice, and it seemed like I'm just not sure because over the time period I've rearranged my gaming setup in a different part of the room. So over the time period I have rearranged my room. So basically, if your gaming setup is like this, where it's behind or the back of the screen that's facing the window, it's easy to see. But soon as you move your gaming setup on the other side of the room, where it's facing the wall and light is going this way, it's hard to see your screen. So that's the difference I've noticed with TN versus VA panel, so there was, that's the only thing I personally noticed. Now I'm not sure if TN panel have changed too, where you can see, cause like I said, the last screen I've purchased was back in 2018. Then my fourth screen too. The fourth screen I ever purchased was, well, the fourth screen I started with was in 2015. So I'm not sure if TN panel have changed where you can see your screen in a bright sunlight. I'm not sure if they have, but that's a thing I've noticed with the TN panel is the sunlight and the when you play dark scene. So not sure if manufacturer have changed that up or not. So the monitor is 165 Hz, and I've noticed to get the monitor to run 165 Hz, you do have to use DisplayPort, because if I don't, then the monitor will want to run at 144 Hz. So I do have to plug in with my gaming PC, and that's the only gaming device I have at the moment. Now when I got the screen, it did include out of the box a DisplayPort cable, which is handy for other people. It didn't work out for me. I found the cable was very close to reach to my gaming PC. It was very close, so it was too short for my setup, but for you people, you can use it. Well, it will work out for other people. It didn't work out for me. So 165 Hz. Then you get AMD FreeSync, which did work with my NVIDIA card, so you don't have to have an AMD card. So it did work with my NVIDIA card. So I'm not sure which generation of NVIDIA card, or I'm not sure which oldest NVIDIA generation card do support AMD FreeSync, but feel free to let me know if you do have an older generation NVIDIA card, and if your monitor have AMD FreeSync, feel free to let me know in the comment if it does work with your NVIDIA card. So with the input, you do get 3 inputs. So you get 1 DisplayPort and 2 HDMI. So you can plug in 3 devices into your screen. Then the bezel is small, so if you're running NVIDIA Surround or AMD Infinity, because what tend to happen is if you run NVIDIA Surround, if you running 2 screens instead of 3, when you run 3 screens with NVIDIA Surround and Infinity, most of your gameplay would be in the middle of the screen, or it would use a center screen, so you don't have to deal with the bezel in the middle of your gameplay. But with 2 screens, the bezel would be in the middle of your gameplay screen. So having a smaller center bezel is nice to have. Even it does work out with multiple screen. Now, if you don't know what NVIDIA Surround or AMD Infinity, what those program does is if you want to have the game stretch across 2 or 3 screens, most of the screen, or most of the game only recognize one screen. There are only a few handful of games that will stretch across without enabling the NVIDIA or Infinity surround. So with those programs, we're going to be talking about NVIDIA surround. What NVIDIA surround does, it will take 2 or 3 screen, combine 2 to 3 screen into one resolution, make it where the game will stretch across, or it can make it where the game recognize 2 of your screen or 3 of your screen. So those software kind of for the game into you have one screen. So if you don't enable that, then the game only can recognize one screen. So that is pretty nice, and the VESA mount compatible too. So it's 100 by 100 millimeter VESA mount. So then it does come with a basic monitor stand. It's very basic. You only get one adjustment, so you only get the back, the tilt forward and back motion or adjustment with the monitor stand that comes with, and it's easy to put together. You take the post and the foot have a screw, so you align the screw to the foot, screw it on. Once you have that piece assembled, it's a basic hook on, and once you hook it on, then you put 2 screws on the back to keep the monitor from falling off the monitor stand that comes with it. So if you do need more adjustment, I would recommend look at aftermarket monitor arm or a monitor stand. Then there's a clamp version, a clamp that clamp on the edge of your desk, or there is the non-clamp version too. So there's different version and different type of monitor mounting solution option that will utilize the VESA, the 100 by 100 millimeter mounting. So like I do have a monitor behind me, I can adjust it like this, and I can move it around. So I can do many adjustments closer or away from me, and I can rotate my monitor too that quick. Then the onboard screen display is joystick driven, so that is something different, unlike my previous monitor I've bought in the past. Well, there was dedicated button, dedicated power button, and dedicated menu button. Well, I'm used to those. Well, this one is all joystick, so you do have to navigate the menu with that joystick. It's kind of like the controller. So anytime it's the power switch is in the menu too. So so it's kind of interesting. You have to navigate to the power menu to turn off the screen. So it's interesting. So with that menu, there is a little quick menu that you can quickly switch profile, color profile, and some the setting too as you switch that. So that's like a quick menu adjustment. So if you need if you have different profiles set up, you can quickly switch off to a different profile. Then you have the regular menu with the standard color profile that you can where you can go in the color profile and add some setting to with that. You can make adjustment with that. So there's different color profile like as a monitor. Then it does have a built-in screen overlay, so it does have your frame rate counter too, so that's built in, so you don't have to run extra software. Then it does have a crosshair center, so if you're playing your game, on a single screen, it's very helpful. It doesn't work too well if you're running the NVIDIA surround. But it's nice there is a built-in option, so you don't have to. If you do put tape, you don't have to worry about wiping off the glue off the screen, because some tape do leave some residue behind, so that's nice. Then there is a little gripe with the monitor too out of the box. When I got it, the monitor would disconnect when I power the screen off. So it did cause an issue with my with the NVIDIA software, and did cause an issue with the Windows desktop. So so it causes some issues. So I had to Google search the deep sleep, figure out, because I don't remember the manual talking about the deep sleep. I had to Google search that. So I had to turn off the deep sleep. So if you leave your PC, and if your PC doesn't go to sleep, if you have to power switch your screen off and power switch, and if it's disconnecting, yeah, turn that off, which may cause some issue with other people. Some other people might not like that. So for me, it didn't work out, so I had to turn that off. So that was the only buggy thing about that. So while I was figuring out why the monitor was disconnecting, there was auto standby 2 in there too. So if you maybe plug in a device that doesn't have no monitor sleep mode, you can have it automatically go into standby mode, so you can have it automatically go into standby. So that's a cool feature. It does kind of remind me from way back. There used to be a manufacturer made a power switch box that work off of your mouse movement. Well, if there was no mouse movement, it would cut the power off to your CRT TV. That product didn't last too long. That was like a short product, or it was only for a short period. So some of you may not know that. So then there is a headphone jack on the there's a headphone jack, so you can plug your desktop speaker. So you can use DisplayPort and HDMI to pass audio to the headphone jack. So I didn't know DisplayPort cable carry audio. I didn't know that. I knew about HDMI, but I didn't know about DisplayPort. So I was kind of amazed about that too. So pretty nice option if you want to group up your cable more tidy. So if you want to pretty if you're going to have a desktop speaker that do utilize the headphone jack, because some people do put their speaker next to the screen, so having the cable more tiny behind the screen, that's pretty nice if you desktop speaker do utilize, like I said, the headphone jack. So pretty nice function, I do like that. So but pretty much those are my experience and those are my critique about the screen. So I appreciate all of you people watching my YouTube video, and appreciate all your support. So if you did enjoy the video, if you found the video was very helpful, feel free to give it a like if it was helpful. And if you did enjoy if you enjoyed the content I do produce on my channel, you're more than welcome to subscribe so you can keep in tune of my next video, or video that if you want to see my new video. So then if you want to comment, and if you want to share your experience with your past experience with LG screen, or if you want to share your constructive thought with LG screen, feel free to post it below the video. If it's positive, if it's negative, take it somewhere else. But yeah, feel free to comment, and I will catch you on the next video. Have a nice day, everyone.